Hello and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to share with you guys a super delicious recipe for homemade Swiss roll with baklava and white chocolate. Guys, you're going to love this recipe. It's so delicious and so unique. I can't even explain it. It's like you bring in all the textures and all the goodness in one cake. Plus, this cake was the cake that I made last year for my dad's last birthday. So it's dedicated to him because it has all the flavors that my dad loved. Pistachios, baklava, Swiss roll, cream, all of it together. So God bless you, Dad. I love you wherever you are. Time to get to work. Like always, I'm going to leave the entire recipe in the description box down below. For this Swiss roll, you're obviously going to need eggs. You're also going to need sugar. You're also going to need flour and regular oil, like vegetable oil. And then you're also going to need milk, baking powder, and a pinch of salt. For the filling, you're going to need a bunch of stuff. First, you're going to need some cream. Then you're also going to need cream cheese, then powdered sugar, the rose water and the pistachio cream, sweetened condensed milk, white chocolate. You're also going to need yufka, butter, rose buds, pistachios, walnuts. And if you can't get these rose buds, it's fine, because they're from Persia, but try to find some rose leaves. Now it's time to work. So the first step is to get our cream as stiff as possible. So I'm taking here cream stiffener for 200 milliliters. You're gonna need one package. This is optional. You can also just mix it till it's stiff enough, but I just make sure it's really, really stiff like this. Now it's time to add your cream cheese to a bowl. Add the powdered sugar and then right away the rose water. It's about 1 to 2 tablespoons. Make sure you just take the amount that you like. So start with 1 tablespoon and then add and try it and then mix everything together and then try it again and then add a little bit more. Once your cream looks like this and it tastes bomb, just put it into the fridge and let's get to the next step. Add your sweetened condensed milk into a bowl. Next is time to add the pistachio cream. Oh my gosh, I love this cream. Can't get enough of it. It's so delicious. And just mix well together till you have a nice creamy texture. Once it looks like this, just put it aside. Do not put it into the fridge. Now it's time to preparing the dough. For that, we're gonna just separate our eggs. So the egg yolks you can keep, obviously we need them also, but we wanna have nice clear egg whites because that we need to mix so that we have them as stiff as possible. You're going to use the pinch of salt here. Just add it to your egg whites and then mix it as good as you can together till you have this texture. Now just add your sugar and then mix it so well together till everything is super, 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 super creamy and thick. And then you can make this finger test. I mean, look at it. It's just so stiff. This is perfect. This is exactly what we want. Next is time to mix our egg yolks with the sugar. This also needs a little bit of patience because you really need to make this egg yolk look as almost as stiff as the egg whites. So just be patient. Stick here with me. It's very important. If you do not do it, your cake will not be so fluffy, which is very important. We need the air in this dough. Your egg yolks look like this. You were definitely patient enough. This looks super creamy, puff, and perfect. Now it's time to combine both creams. You're going to start by adding a little bit of the egg yolk cream into the egg white bowl. And then you're just going to fold it in. It's very important that you do not start mixing like crazy, because then the entire air will go out of both creams. Just fold it in like shown here in the video. Be very gentle and treat it like it deserves to be treated, because it's going to be definitely worth it. Once your cream looks like this, it's time to sift in the dry ingredients. So we're going to start with the baking powder, and then sifting half of the flour into the mixture. Don't sift everything in it, because we want to just do it little by little so that the dough has the ability to just absorb the dry ingredients slowly. Still the same folding movements, and you could see that the sifting is also a step that you shouldn't skip, because these little knots, they will not get dissolved otherwise. So make sure you just be patient here a little bit. Once the flour is fully absorbed, it's time for the second portion. It's time to keep mixing till everything is nice and smooth. In the next step, we're going to add the oil into a bowl, and then we're going to right away add the milk into the bowl. Combine these together, and then we're going to add little by little the other dough on top of this liquid. So it's all about keeping this foamy consistency and just not like beating out the air of this entire thing. It's very important, because it makes a big difference. The dough will be so fluffy and spongy, you will just be amazed. Here you can start to beat it kind of like into it, so that the oil is really getting immersed with the rest of the ingredients. And then once we did that, we're going to add this texture, this part of the dough, to the original part, and then fold that in. Yes, all in little portions. We are very, very, very patient. And we're repeating the process a second time. Folding in the mixture patiently. And then adding in the last part of the mixture. And again, folding it in patiently till everything is incorporated together. Now it's time to take yourself a baking pan and parchment paper, and then adding the mixture into your baking pan. And then again, just very gentle movements. We don't want to get the foam out, I'm telling ya. Look how fluffy it looks, all the air in it. That's very important. And you're just gonna spread your dough super gentle to the corners till you have like a 1.5 centimeter thick kind of layer everywhere. Once it looks like this, now we're gonna take a spatula and just work with this metal part, so that we are even more gentle and careful with the dough, and try to get out all of the little bubbles up there, and then make the dough look more even. Once that looks good, you're going to take your trays and just bang it on the table so that the last air bubbles come out. And then again, make it look evener, and then you're good to go. Time for baking. Preheat your oven on 200 degrees and then bake the cake for about 20 minutes on 160 degrees. While it's time to melt your butter and then put it on top of the layer of the phyllo dough. And then just spread the butter very gentle so that the phyllo is not breaking. And once we get the other cake out of the oven, it's time to bake your phyllo dough till it's super, super, super crunchy. Then it's important in the same time to take a very wet piece of cloth and then put parchment paper on top and powdered sugar. And once your dough looks like this, when you take it out of the oven, so nothing is sticking to the wood, it's time to put the dough on top of this powdered sugared parchment paper. This will make sure that it's not sticking later. So you take it out. As you can see, this cake is beautiful, and you just can hold it like this, it's not breaking, and just put it on the powdered sugar parchment paper. Next, we're gonna need again another cloth full of water, like not too, just a little bit wet, like you see here, and then put it on top of the warm cake that we just took out of the oven, and then we just roll it in. So it's important to do this step now, otherwise you will not be able to later roll the entire Swiss roll properly. It would break. So this will make sure it stays flexible. And then you can put it into the fridge and let it cool down. Now it's time to add our cream to the cream cheese mixture. Everything is super, super stiff, as you can see. That's very important. This will taste amazing, guys. I hope you really, really, really make this cake at home. It's super, super special. Anyway, for me now, but the taste is beautiful. You're gonna love it, and all your guests gonna fall in love with it. It looks tough to make and a little bit like a lot of steps to do, but it's actually super easy. Again, you can see that I'm folding in the cream into each other. I'm not mixing like crazy, I'm folding it in. It's very important so that the puffiness of everything that we kind of got stiff stays. Once your cake is cold, take it out of the fridge, roll it, unroll it, take off the cloth, and then slowly and gently take off the paper. It will just get off super easily. I mean, not super, but you know what I mean. It's still happening. Be a little gentle. So this is a very gentle cake. It's all about being gentle. Once all the parchment paper is removed from your cake, it's time to make specific cuts. So you're gonna cut the corners, but you're also gonna make a nice cut in the area that's gonna be in the inside part of the cake. So just look what I'm doing here. This is also a very good trick to get a nice round folding of the Swiss roll. As you can see there, I'm just cutting it there because it will close better at the end. You will not have this stare kind of thing where you are not getting it like nice and round at the end. That's very important. The edges you just cut off, and in the inner part of it you just make small cuts like shown here. Just small. Make sure you don't cut through that dough. You just cut like kind of into it. This is the inner part of the cake. So we really want to have like a swirl kind of look, like really rolled in kind of thing, so that it looks just perfect when you cut it. Now it's just time to spread our pistachio cream on the dough. That's a little bit tricky, but as you see, when you take the right tools, it's just easy as pie. Once you just spread all this filling in, you're going to spread your cream in, and then a part of the videos got damaged, so I can't show you how I did the rest, but this is the rolling. If you guys want, I'm definitely going to make another type of this kind of cake, so I'm going to make sure that I show you that part. I'm so sorry, but you can see it's just rolling in, putting in the cream on top of the pistachio cream, and then just rolling it in. And then you will see these kind of little layers. This happened because we had the powdered sugar and the wet cloth on that side. It's nothing too bad. It's even better because now we just have an evenly nice spongy cake layer. Make sure you roll the cake in again and then fold it into the cloth and put it again into the fridge so that everything becomes a little stiff in the refrigerator, and then we can do the next step. This is how your phyllo dough should look like when you take it out of the oven. Golden brown and nice. Let it cool down. Meanwhile, it's time to take out the cake again and then to spread the rest of the cream on top of the Swiss roll. So we didn't see the part where I just took half of the cream and put it in as a layer on top of the pistachio layer. Now we take the second part of the cream and just evenly and very gentle, we spread it around the roll. And the beauty about this cake is you don't even need to be too accurate because of the next step. I love it. Here comes the fun part, guys. Sound on. Once your crumbles look like this, oh guys, they smell so good. It's time to just spread it on top of your roll. Look at this, so easy, fun, fast. I just love this cake. I definitely will bake it again. And then I will put maybe just that technique also on Instagram. Let me know in the comment section what you guys want me to do for you. Where should I place that part that I couldn't upload? Next is time to spread our walnuts. I know you can't really see them, but guys, the crunch is amazing when you eat the cake. I just love it. And then we're just gonna start to decorate the cake with the pistachios and the rosebuds. At that beautiful color. I just love these fresh pistachios. I just generally love these kind of colors and smells. It just really remembers me to the Middle Eastern kitchen. I just love these part of the Persian part, like Persian ingredients. It just makes my heart jump. Like, I'm really a foodie like my dad, and I just like when I see this kind of colors, it just really makes me smile. And now I'm just taking a little bit more of the phyllo dough, spread it on the corners so that everything is nicely covered. And mom is helping me meanwhile melting the chocolate. Make sure you're careful with that. We don't want to burn the chocolate. It should be super, super liquidy, but also not hot. Then you take yourself a little teaspoon and let the chocolate just run on top like this. And then you will have these nice strings only when the chocolate has the right temperature. So I take middle temperature on the microwave, and then just make sure that I every 5 seconds stop the procedure, check the white chocolate, give it a little stir, and do it again. At the end it will come out in this consistency, and that's perfect. Oh my gosh, I just love this cake. It just looks so beautiful. Once your cake is done, just put it on a nice plate with a nice decoration paper underneath, and then let it cool down for another 5 to 10 hours. Guys, this cake is just amazing. It tastes super, super delicious. Share it with your loved ones and family and have fun with it. It's important to share good food and good memories with people that we love. This is why we are here on planet Earth, and this is how I share love. So my memory with my dad on his birthday. I love you, Dad. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. Have a good day.
Guys, thank you so much for watching the video till the end. Do not forget to hit the like button, to hit the subscribe button, and to come back next week on Friday, maybe Saturday, or even Sunday, maybe all of them, because I'm gonna upload another amazing recipe video. Stay tuned. Isn't it wonderful that we all have more than enough to eat every day on our plates? Yes, it is. But unfortunately, this is not the truth for many kids on this planet. For less than 70 cents a day, you can share a meal with Share a Meal. Actually, 3 meals with 1 child. So let's make a difference. I'm gonna leave a link down below. You can follow it. It's so easy to share a meal. I'm so grateful that you helped me to make a difference. Thank you.